Hi folks, Michael Collins, EnviroReporter.com on Monday, September 5th, 2011. It's Labor Day. We're going to take a 10-minute average of these Swiss roll cakes that you see, or just did see, made with green tea. They're from Japan, 100% calibrated. Got a 10-minute average coming. Let's do it. We've taken an average here in Radiation Station where the work never stops. And we're going to look at this cake in its packaging first and see if there's any significant overage versus background. We've tested green tea already from Japan. We found that it came in at 65.1% over background. We've had people say, well, could that have come from something natural? Well, it's possible that there's high radium and uranium content in Japanese soils. I'm not aware of that. I am aware that green tea is commonly touted as a radiation detoxifier of a sort, if there is such an animal. And so I don't know if green tea itself per se is high in radiation. I doubt it. In either case, I'm going to be taking a 10-minute average here. We're going to be looking at it, and then we're going to take the Swiss roll green tea cakes out of their packaging and see if we have any higher reading. Why that's important is packaging like the stuff you saw there, that plastic, that will stop alpha radiation. Alpha radiation's anywhere from 30 to 1,000 times more dangerous than gamma or beta radiation, which you can read through the plastic. And so we'll take this and we'll see if we have anything significant as determined by the inspector. You can hear it clicking. You can see that red light flashing on its face. Those are ionizing events going through its detection tube that's in the back. This picks up alpha, beta, and gamma radiation, as well as X-ray and so-called nuclear radiation. Take a 10-minute average, add it all up, divide it by 10. You've got a counts per minute on the average. We know in here right now, using this instrument, that the background is 35.6 counts per minute. We've been discovering higher than background radiation in a number of products made in the United States and Japan. Went and picked up a magazine called Japan Up, Japanese Cuisine and Trends. And this is what they say about how safe is Japanese green tea. Tea is a health expert featuring tart, bitter, and savory flavors. Green tea contains many ingredients that have various effects and benefits to your body. Some of the benefits include lowering cholesterol, decreasing body fat, cancer prevention, hangover prevention, and relaxation. However, because of the nuclear disaster caused by the Great Earthquake and Tsunami in the Tohoku area, some people may feel uncomfortable having the Japanese tea products. To address the concern of those, let's clarify the safety of Japanese tea. At the tea growing location, teas are tested and analyzed to ensure safety at each stage at Namaha, where tea leaves are picked from trees, Arancha, dried Namaha, and Seicha, tea processing. All teas currently circulated have gone through and passed those inspections in every stage. As you may recall from the May issue of Japan Up, all imported products from Japan undergo strict inspection in the United States as well. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has a team of more than 900 investigators and 450 analysts in the foods program who conduct inspections, collecting and analyzing product samples. Altogether, the FDA electronically screens all import and perform entries and performs multiple analysis on about 31,000 imported product samples annually. Therefore, unsafe products cannot reach the U.S. due to these ceaseless efforts by the FDA. FDA's inspection applies to Japanese tea as well. Inspections in 3 stages at the tea growing location and the strict inspection by FDA assure you that all Japanese teas you will find in the stores are safe. Enjoy Japanese green tea with peace of mind. Well, it says here all teas currently circulated have gone through and passed those inspections at every stage. I don't know if that's true. Actually, tea from close to Fukushima and far away from Fukushima has been found to be contaminated with cesium-137. Green tea from China has been found in France to be contaminated with cesium-137 at levels double what the Japanese consider safe in food, which are levels that some nuclear watchdogs consider way too high. It talks about that the FDA has a team of 900 investigators and 450 food analysts. That's 1,350 people total that are supposed to be guarding the nation's food supply. I doubt that they're able to get to all the foods, and they do basic. It says here perform multiple analyses on 31,000 imported product samples annually. Well, I can guarantee you we have millions and millions of product samples, and we're doing a test on one right now. The internet age, it just seems to be very easy to make claims based on nothing sourced, just everything's great. Well, maybe everything is great. Maybe Japanese tea is 65% higher than Los Angeles' already high background. LA has a background that's about double what it would be anywhere else with the geology of the soils and the elevation. I don't know the reason for our high background. Could be the atomic work done in Los Angeles and the Los Angeles area over the decades. And as some of you know who've read EnviroReporter.com, the worst partial meltdown in the history of this country took place in the Los Angeles area at the Santa Susana Field Laboratory in the Simi Hills at the west end of the San Fernando Valley, between the San Fernando Valley and Simi Valley. And there we have just passed background. And there was a partial meltdown of a nuclear reactor in 1959. It was an experimental reactor. Actually brought the first commercial electricity to a small town in 1957, I believe, in the town of Moore Park, at that time, population 1,200. Well, this experimental reactor melted down. A third of the core melted. Nothing as serious as what we see in Japan right now. It's been estimated that hundreds of times more radiation, depending on the radionuclide, escaped from the sodium reactor experiment up at this facility than did at 3 Mile Island when it had a meltdown 20 years later in 1979 in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. That could account for our high background. So what we're doing here is we're trying to determine what's naturally occurring in radiation station right now, from cosmic radiation, from radiation in the soil, radium and uranium. And we're seeing if there's any overage of that radiation that you can see here. Now, like I said earlier, we have the package on, and if there's alpha radiation in this food product, it will certainly lower that count. Now, what we'll do is we'll complete this averaging, and then we'll take everything out. That means our averaging is over. We'll just do a quick math here. And it's just taking 1 second. Here we go. So what we have right now is we have this green tea cake made out of wheat, and green tea is 18.8% over background. Now we'll take it out of its packaging and we'll do this again.